Good evening, I'm Zach Arch.
And I'm Matt Newman. That's Newman as in the new man on the job. And welcome to the season premiere of Breaking News Flash.
Where we cover the weekend news.
Damn straight.
Wait, hold on. I want to do something cool with my last name.
Yeah,
I could be the arch nemesis of false. Right?
No, that's stupid. Like, how about like Archduke Franz Ferdinand?
No, but that doesn't make sense because my death didn't start World War I and I'm not Austrian.
Yeah, but you're Italian. So there's that.
Not really.
And you started the war right here, in my heart.
Let's do the news.
Yes, tonight's top stories.
During the first presidential debate, one of Mitt Romney's claims on his health care stance turned out to be so far off that he had to be corrected by his own campaign staff. In response to these allegations, Mitt has reminded the public that running for president is, quote, really hard. That's true.
The Obama campaign has broken records by raising $181 million in support of his re-election campaign this month. In a related story, Mitt Romney just surpassed that $181 million mark himself by buying Obama's campaign and selling it back to him for double its worth.
A Vatican court on Saturday sentenced the Pope's former butler, Paolo Gabriele, to 18 months in prison for leaking confidential documents. For bringing this information to light, the Pope is throwing a special thank you mass for Vatican City CSI, the only CSI to still use the age-old technique of self-flagellation until God tells him who done it.
A well-known Portuguese male model is awaiting trial after admitting to killing his lover, cutting off his testicles, and wearing them on his wrists as a healing talisman. True. On a positive note, prosecution and defense lawyers alike were delighted by the first ever legal use of the term wristicles. That one's lower.
That's nice. I like that. After a tumultuous and hotly contested election, Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez won another term this Sunday. Yeah. So don't worry, Mitt Romney. You have a few more years to figure out who he is.
Hey, going hard at Mitt. 21-year-old college graduate from Norfolk, England, has been hired to be a professional scarecrow, getting paid to sit on a field and spook away pheasants from oilseed plants. He's taking over for incumbent Norfolk scarecrow, a cardboard cutout of surprised Willem Dafoe.
Due to a skyrocketing number of requests for wheelchairs, airlines suspect that some passengers may be faking disabilities to cut airport security lines. As a result, screening machines for those with disabilities now include 30 seconds of vigorous shaking and end with the disabled being pulled from their chairs and thrown to the ground. That's nice.
That's a good thing.
Weed them out.
Dallas man Ricky Carr was arrested this past week for convincing a number of senior citizens he was a police officer, getting them to withdraw large amounts of cash and making off with their money. Police officers have the right to withdraw large amounts of cash from us, said the dumbest old person ever. Also found in the thief's getaway car, dentures, a $5 check made out to For the Gay One's birthday, Halloween candy from '76, misplaced racism, and 10,000 packets of Sweet and Low.
And that's the news.
This just in. You don't have a job.
That's true.
Times are hard. Unemployment is down, but there's still a long way to go. We now go live to our in-studio correspondent, Arthur Hickman, who's here to explain what President Obama is doing to make sure you don't need to turn tricks in the back of a Wendy's parking lot to pay for cable.
By the way, I owe you $5.
Thanks, Matt. If you ever listen to my 4-hour morning satellite radio program, The Flag Room with Arthur Hickman, you'd know what's on my mind. Jobs. Jobs are on my mind.
You're talking, of course, about this month's unemployment numbers, 7.8%. They're better than expected.
Oh, sure, Zach. That is if you're a country-bred idiot with a bachelor's degree in childishness. How are we supposed to believe the market is improving when normal people are still struggling? Normal people like unlicensed paranormal investigator Marlo Chautauqua, who can barely find work whispering Latin into the walls of spooky mansions and hospitals. Marlo called into my 4-hour lunchtime satellite radio program, The Patriot Booth with Arthur Hickman. He says work has gotten so slow he had to start babysitting tweens. Where I understand he's also had trouble finding business. And by business, I mean repeat business.
Wait, Arthur, are you suggesting the Bureau of Labor Statistics has tampered with its own unemployment figures?
Oh, you mean the Bureau of Labor Statistics founded in 1989 by the gayest branch of the Muslim Brotherhood?
No, I mean the real one.
All right, Zach, you caught me. There is no Marlowe Chautauqua. He's an alias for a figment of my fevered mind. Of course, you'd know that if you listen to my late-night 4-hour satellite radio program. My mind is the most fevered place in America, the greatest country in the world. Next week with special guest Artie Lang. I am not well.
Hold on, Arthur.
I'm on the radio 16 hours a day, Matt. I watch lies fall out of my mouth like hot toothpaste foam. Last week, I convinced a caller her transsexual son was one of the Oni, evil Japanese shape-shifting spirit monsters. Everyone knows the Oni were hunted to extinction for their stem cells.
Well, Arthur, your time's almost up. Isn't there something you want to say to the people you've lied to?
Yes. Be sure to watch my folksy 4-part documentary series, Artisans of the Heartland. Obama's war on this painting of kind white Christ. I really mean this one.
Arthur Hickman, everybody.
It's a long one.
It's nice. You did a good job.
Thanks for that uplifting story, Arthur.
And speaking of Obama, do you feel anxious and jubilant, hopeful and enraged? Your cat probably does too. Up next, we have a special trick you can try on your own bipolar little furball, sure to calm even the worst mood swings.
Does that mean commercials?
Yes.
All right.
Hello? I'm not getting reception in here.
We're back
Hello?
and slightly worse than
I'm in the
before the
library. I have to
commercial
talk
break.
low.
That's not how that phrase goes.
No, Matt. That's how honesty goes.
The first presidential debate took place last week, leaving viewers wondering whether candidates would interrupt as much as they said nothing of value. In spite of that, there's always one thing that people will respond to: an old PBS pariah dropping Big Bird's name on national TV.
And since Zombie Mr. Rogers is doing Conan tonight, here's Plan B.
Everyone welcome debate moderator Jim Lehrer. You can come on in.
Come on, buddy.
It's okay,
Just
buddy.
Sit on down here.
Oh, here
Okay,
and
you good?
the other leg. There you
Need
go.
help? All right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been doing that for 10 days now.
All right. So out of curiosity, Jim, how do you think you did at moderating?
Well, I won't say I failed, Zach. I'm going to imply it through careless behavior and covering of my own tracks, but I won't say it.
But I mean, you've already moderated plenty of other debates without getting, any parodied Twitter. That's not a word. Twitter accounts.
It's okay. Make it a word.
I'm 78 years old, Matt. By these election standards, not gesturing to empty furniture means I'm exceeding expectations. Now, when it comes to the issue of Romney and Obama, it's going to be a serious thing. We have two
Oh, this is
very...
funny. Oh, at Silent Jim Lair says, I get it, it's funny. It's spot on. That's what you sound like.
a few of those are a little funny.
It's good.
Now, your performance aside, how do you think the candidates handled themselves?
Well, I had my publicist write an answer for me for that commercial, but I am confident enough to tell you I wasn't listening at all.
Wait, what?
You try listening to that nonsense when you're shaking and melting in a bucket of your own fear.
Okay. All right. So we did some research, Jim, and we found out that you are a bus enthusiast.
We all have our vices.
Okay. Now, when you say bus,
On the wheels go around in the magic school bus, the Hogemont. But my dad, he drove them. Probably something damaging in there, but it sure sounds cute.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a shame you didn't speak up more, especially when Romney recommended cuts to PBS specifically. I mean, you've worked there for years.
Honestly, that's the only point I agree with him the whole night.
Wait. You want to cut PBS and their fund, but PBS is an institution. I mean, the American Experience, the Dragon Tales.
Shut them all down. We already have a learning channel. That's where they play that show about my grandniece.
Honey Boo Boo.
She'll be getting her own show on PBS when mommy can't move.
But that's all the more reason to leave the funding. Come on, Jim. How are you going to say that to Cookie Monster?
Never cared for him.
But I mean, what does PBS stand for?
I think it's people but sloths.
No, you know, like the pasta barn, pasta bleak.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just shut up for a second. No, it's like the Peanut Butter Society or something.
No, I don't know what it is.
Pardon me.
No, that's not it.
Something. What kind is a bus coming?
No bus is coming, Jim, okay?
Yeah.
I was told that there
All
would
right.
be a bus. Excuse me.
Okay, Jim Lair, everyone. All right,
Yeah.
the bus is here, buddy. The bus is here.
We'll get you a bus.
Take you all the way back to obscurity.
Okay, let's
All right,
calm
go
down,
back.
calm down.
All right, yeah, all right, great for you, bud.
He got out.
Hey, what's that smell? Is it delicious chicken teriyaki with fried pork dumplings? No, sir. It's our news coverage.
And doesn't it smell delicious?
Shut up, Zach, all right? I am talking now. Is that all right? Is that enough for you? Can you just stop? Just keep it down for a minute?
Okay.
With immigration slated to be a key issue this year, in this year's election, we wanted to bring you an in-depth look at one of the country's biggest concerns. We now go live to Chinatown with our field reporter, Anthony Monzon. Anthony?
Hey folks, I'm here in Chinatown, one of Boston's many cultural melting spots, and a great place to jump into some immigration issues which face America. Let's find out more. Where are you coming from? Where do you call home?
Framingham.
Framingham.
Framingham,
Framingham. Oh yes, I've heard many tales of Framingham far and wide. Okay, so what was the process like becoming a citizen?
Well, I was born.
How was your journey in?
Good.
Good? Good? Pretty easy going?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too many, not too many waves or whatever it may be. So where are you making your way from today?
I just got some supplies from CVS. And
Okay.
I'm going back to the little building.
Oh wow, all the way from Scotland? So how'd you guys get here today?
I took the MBTA, the transit.
Oh yeah, okay.
We're metrosexuals.
All right, so you're telling me you immigrated here from Maryland?
I did. Yeah.
You immigrated here from Maryland.
Yeah.
How'd you get here from Maryland?
In our Honda.
In our Honda? Oh, foreign and exotic.
Yeah.
Do you think English should be the official language of the United States?
Absolutely.
I speak English.
You speak English?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm speaking English to you now.
I picked that up. Yeah, you're very fluent.
I'm very fluent.
Hey, you are
yeah.
very fluent
I'm an
in
English major.
Wow. Wow, man, that's progress. That is real progress. Coming over and really assimilating. I like it. America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
Beautiful young lady. What are you modeling?
Right?
What's going on
She's
here?
beautiful.
You modeling scarves?
So what's your name?
Pam.
Pam, what's your last name?
Russo.
Russo. How does Smith sound? You're coming from your land to my land.
My land is your land. Your land is my land.
Well, there you have it, folks. We've heard from the beautiful, beautiful faces that come from far and wide to seek refuge under the arms of Lady Liberty. My God, this is riveting stuff. For Breaking News News Flash, I'm Anthony Monzon. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Killer seg, Anthony. Up next, we have Mouth to Mouth, in which Soft Bitch Titties and I squabble about the latest pressing political issues, like territorial lemurs at the zoo. This week, we have...
A little lesson on the French keys.
What?
Yes, because it's mouth to mouth, so
No. What we're discussing is foreign policy, probably with enraged tones and wild gesticulation and no intention of listening to each other.
No.
It's not your love life.
No, it's
Matt.
all the same in my opinion. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Tonight's topic, foreign policy.
There's no telling who will win the election at this point, but once that person is reelected, he'll have to face a number of problems, from Iran's nuclear weapons to illegal immigration.
Let's start with immigration. According to statistics constantly being screamed in Lou Dobbs' head, over 900% of all Mexican immigrants are here illegally.
It's a complex issue. What's the first step in addressing it?
Simple. We build a fence.
To keep out the illegal immigrants.
Not exactly. No, we build a fence that has the wonder of a fence that would keep out illegal immigrants.
Okay.
But mostly, there won't be any illegal immigrants because they won't be able to climb the fence. If they do, they will instantly become a citizen. Indeed. Not everyone deserves to live in the utopia that is America. Only those who climb 50 feet of gritty steel and shimmy along some barbed wire can claim such a prize. Plus, this will ensure our immigrant population becomes stronger and better at climbing shit. That way, in case there's the Hunger Games, we can battle.
Okay, I like it. But what if that's not enough?
What do you have in mind?
A moat. On either side of the fence, filled with
attention-starved alligators.
Attention-starved and food-starved. And how about 2 or 3 American gladiators climbing the fence beside them, trying to push them off?
It could be a game show.
Yes.
And bees. I want all the bees in the world. The fence is covered with slippery honey, and when someone starts climbing the fence, it releases bees.
Yep, Africanized,
Of
right?
course, you're writing this down, right?
I'm drawing pictures, too. See, bees.
Oh, it's a nice picture.
It's nice piece.
You know what? This fence thing could solve every foreign policy issue out there.
You don't mean...
I do. We need to build a giant fence around the entire country.
Brilliant!
I know. The best defense is a fence.
Yes, we could build part of it out of rubber so any nuclear bombs could just bounce off and go back to Iran.
And no one would get kidnapped in North Korea because Americans won't be let out of the fence at all.
Exactly. It's perfect. Who even needs other countries? We have apple pie and Disney World.
Yeah, enjoy your Euro Disney Mickey-shaped falafels, Libyans.
Wait, I don't think Euro Disney's in Libya.
Sure it is. Euro is the Libyan word for Libya.
No, it's definitely not.
You sound just like them. You don't deserve to be on the fence.
How dare you?
That's it. Jim, get back out here. Hurry up, kids.
Come on.
Let's go. Jim, we're fighting. You're moderating. Go.
Yeah.
I was told
Yeah,
this.
shut up. All right, let's go. All right.
All right. Have you ever even seen Top Gun?
I know of it.
I really have to.
It doesn't count.
Really have to be.
You're allergic to apple pie,
I told
Matt.
you that in
Oh
confidence.
my God!
Yeah, well, it's
shut
coming
up!
out.
Shut
All
up!
right, it's a news
shut up!
show.
Shut up! 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 Shut up!
All right.
Wait, did that really work?
Yeah, I think you should have done that originally.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's been Mouth to Mouth. I'm Jim Lair, and we'll be right back after this, and I have not felt this good since 1946.
Now, I don't know about you, Matt, but I like my bruschetta with a generous helping of olive oil.
You read my mind, Zachary, and you can never skimp on the tomatoes.
Exactly. We're going for a full-fledged Italian meal here, so what you're going to want to do is maybe take your diced tomatoes and sprinkle a few over your baguette.
Well, I guess if that's what you really want.
Oh.
All right. We'll be right back.
And we are live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello, and welcome back to Breaking News. Where there's no cooking and only news.
Mostly news. Yes. Last week's presidential debate saw both candidates playing it pretty fast and loose with the facts.
Our senior validity and puppetry correspondent, Mookie Lochran, is on location, and she has the scoop.
How's it looking out there, Mookie?
Thanks, guys. There are many issues to discuss regarding the recent presidential debate. Governor Romney's stance on foreign policy, Obamacare, and Jim Lair's inability to moderate anything. But let's take a moment and discuss the real issues here. Why is it that Mitt Romney wants to can Big Bird, Oscar, and the rest of the Sesame Street crew? Romney wants to stop the government's subsidy to PBS, believing this will lessen America's financial dependency on China. Do you concur?
No.
He doesn't like Big Bird. Critics say Romney is strict on Sesame Street, yet weak on Wall Street. What is your current stance, sir? Jar Jar Binks has no comment. How much has Big Bird contributed to the national deficit? Oh, she told me to go forget about it. Sir, a word. Sir, oh God. What are your thoughts on clean coal? As the day wore on, we realized our continued attempts to uncover this mystery would be fruitless. We decided to turn our efforts towards the official sponsor of NASCAR driver Bobby Labonte, AskJeeves.com. Jeeves proved to be very handy, and suddenly everything became clear. Mitt Romney and Big Bird were high school rivals. But it wasn't always that way. In fact, in grade school, Mitt and Big were pals, and even founded the chemistry club together. After Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch transferred into their school system, Big Bird got into football, and the dynamic duo grew apart. Despite being flightless, Big Bird's popularity soared. The rivalry grew when Big Bird snagged the hottest bird in town, Ann Romney, nay, Davies. Sources close to Big and Ann, celebrity couple name being Ann Bird, describe the couple as B is for better, A for affectionate, I for inseparable, and N for nifty. Quote, he took her bowling at the arcade. They went strolling, drank lemonade. Summer lovin' had them a blast, but summer lovin' ended so fast. They stayed out past 10 o'clock, and that's where it ended. After a passionate summer, Big Bird flew the coop, mysteriously never to be seen by Ann again.
And here now in studio is Mookie with Sesame Street alum Cookie Monster.
Hey, Zach. Thanks for having us. Listen, quick question, Cookie. Can you please shed some light on the Big Bird Romney debacle?
Yes, we can. It's so sad. They were like Pooh and Piglet, like cookies and milk.
Like Potter and Weasley.
Do I look British? Just because we share the same network with Doctor Who does not mean we have dumb accent. Oh, this interview is boring. Cookie, me want cookies. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Okay, focus, Cookie Monster. Focus, all right? I will give you a dozen cookies if you get through this interview.
Oh, okay. Yes. So me leave high school, mid start poking a little fun at Big Bird during basketball practice. Stuff like, how weather up there? Classic mittens.
So Big Bird got sick of being belittled by Romney, and that's how the feud started. I get it now.
Rest is history. Suddenly, he tried to turn public broadcasting service into post-biscotti sorority.
Okay, wait, Cookie, I'm a little bit confused.
You will not imagine what it's like constantly living in terror. Mr. Snuffleupagus, where he not able to collect his two-factor work security check.
Oh, God.
Bert and Ernie hide in bed together, waiting for civil union to be passed.
I knew it. I totally called that.
And me cookies! They take away food stamps equals no cookies. Means Cookie Monster eats saltines dipped in cold butter. Oh, me want cookies!
I literally give you 1,000 cookies if you finish right now.
Oh, okay. Me can wait. We decide to forcing corner by 1%, not milk. But population, we decide to take action. We occupy Sesame Street.
You live on Sesame Street, so it's already being occupied by you.
Oh, you just like him. You want to take the Cookie Monster cookies away. If me no eat cookies, then me have to steal the 2 fat devil dogs from landlord and get put on street. No cookies on street. Romney no want Cookie Monster delicious cookies. On cookies.
Thanks for coming out today, Cookie Monster.
Wait. No wrap up interview until Cookie Monster gets cookies. Lots of cookies like you said.
Fine, here it is. A delicious cookie.
You bitch.
Okay. Alrighty then. Thank you for tuning in to Breaking News Flash.
Now, we know today's episode has given you a lot to think about.
You may feel stupefied,
Mystified.
enchanted,
Entranced.
enamored.
Horny. But we want you to know that's normal after watching us for half an hour.
Even I get horny when I watch me for half an hour.
Exactly. But we also want you to know that you're not alone, okay? We have breaking news staff waiting by the phone to help you through this time of deep desire.
So don't hesitate to call 1-900-GINGER and the Dude. And on behalf of all of us here at Breaking News, have a lovely evening.
We know you will.